Piet and Andre Kuypers live in the small town of Neer in central Holland. Neer has the biggest church for a town its size I've ever seen, built out of red brick. It must have been quite a construction project. The Kuypers brothers' home and lofts are directly behind this great church. Talking of construction work, that is the occupation of both brothers. They are bricklayers. But Andre has a problem with his back, so he now stays home and attends to the pigeons. They're very quiet people who have had fame thrust upon them. I feel sure they would prefer their privacy, but this is the price one must pay for being the most successful long-distance flyers of modern times. The lofts, as you can see, are built in brick, like so many on the continent. Widowhood is practiced, but also natural pigeons are raced at the long distance. Stock pairs are located on the ground floor and have flights attached at the front of the building. Sputnik traps are fixed to the windows of the young birds section. These youngsters are awaiting the evening feed. This section is for the old favorites. As well as producing pigeons, the Barcelona brothers peacefully live out their final years. One is from 1972 and two from 1973. Piet and Andre confided in me that the cocks have not filled any eggs since 1983. That was the first time they vaccinated them. They believe that to be the reason for all three cocks becoming infertile at the same time. It seems unlikely to be just coincidence. It was a privilege to see and handle these legendary Barcelona brothers. And believe me, the body is still there even at 16 years of age.
Would you thank the Kuyper brothers, Piet and Andre, for allowing us here today to film on behalf of the British fanciers?
Ja, bedankt namens de Britse melkers dat ze dit gesprek willen doen.
They are very, very famous fanciers throughout the world, and over recent years in England too are very, very well known.
Jullie zijn wereldberoemd over heel de wereld, maar speciaal ook in Engeland, want er wordt veel over geschreven de laatste tijd.
There's a fancier in England called Jeff Kirkland. He's the best long-distance fancier in England. And would you tell Piet and Andre that they actually races their pigeons crossed, and they're wonderful performances at long distance. Not directly from Piet and Andre, but indirectly. But they are pure Kuyper brothers pigeons that he uses.
Ze hadden er niet rechtstreeks van jullie, maar wel via. Die hebben ze dan gekruist en die vliegt er mee van het beste van heel Engeland mee.
How long have they been flying pigeons?
Hoe lang hebben jullie al deur?
Hij is begonnen van 61.
He started in 1961. And that?
No, 69.
And he in 1969. Then they
coupled together.
They coupled together, yes.
Yes, and there's been much success since then. What was the family of pigeons they originally used to make their own family with?
Welke zijn de duiven waarmee jullie eigenlijk een basis gevormd hebben? The wedges pigeons.
The what? No.
Wedges. Wedges is a fancier in the neighborhood here, and he had very good pigeons.
Yes.
Not a well-known strain, but
his own origin.
Yes.
The pigeons were very good for the long distance, Michael.
Yes, especially for the 400 miles flights.
Especially for 400 miles flights.
Yes.
But the Kuyper brothers are well known for 600 and 700 mile flying nowadays. Have they increased the distance on the pigeons?
Die wedjesduiven vlogen dus goed op de daggrond. Maar jullie vliegen voornamelijk goed op de overnacht. Waar komt dat overnachtvliegen vandaan? Zat het in die wedjesduiven of?
Het zat ook in, zat er.
En is er nog iets bijgekomen?
Ja, een kruising van 71 af met een one-road.
The wedges pigeons, they could fly the 600 kilometer races, but the brothers crossed in 1971 with the one-roy pigeons.
With the one-roy pigeons, yes, the famous one-roy.
Yes. Same way bred as the three brothers, this is their sister. She won 4 prizes at Barcelona. 7th National 1980 and 38th National 1983 were the best 2 placings. Full sister to the previous pigeons. Van Wanrooy and Wedges bloodlines through the golden pair. Best performance, 13th National Barcelona.
And any crossing since then have they used?
En sindsdien is er dan nog iets anders bij gekruist?
We hebben enkele duiven bij gehad hoor. Nou, brakers hebben we erbij gehad. Moderne.
Die geslaagd zijn?
En dan mochten we geel, maar in geel.
There are 3 other kinds of pigeons that have been crossed. Dat was Emiel Materne, dat was Marcel Broadhuis en Van Geel.
This is one of the greatest long-distance racing hens of all time. Second National POW 1981, third National Barcelona 1983. Her sire is from the loft of Emiel Materne. The mother of the POW hen is from the Golden Pair, full sister of the Barcelona brothers. 082, same way bred as the POW hen, second National POW, third National Barcelona. Sire, direct from Emiel Materne. Dam, daughter of the Golden Pair, sister to Barcelona's 1, 2 and 3. This black pigeon won 6th Open Barcelona in 1988. Its colour is important. Its mother is a daughter of champion Barcelona 1. The father is a pure Brackhouse of Maastricht. They had a nickname. They raced so well they were called the Black Murderers. 044. Again, the successful cross-mating of Kuypers and Brackhouse produces the magic long-distance blood. 8th National St. Vincent, 600 miles, 1986. This is an epitaph for this great producing hen. I just heard the sad news that she died last Sunday. This great stock hen has bred many champions, but the most notable must be the world's #1 racing hen, Kuypers Brothers St. Vincent, featured next in this tape. NL84 1828526 will be remembered for her many achievements at stock. She was a pure Moraine Van Giel pigeon, half-sister to the famous Flecky, same father. It is only rumour, but we think it's possible that this hen has been sold for a world record price to the USA. This is yet to be confirmed.
The Brackhouse, the Van Giels and the...
En Materne.
And Materne, and Emiel Materne.
Yes, Emiel Materne.
Very famous pigeons. And the family now is really Kuypers pigeons now.
Ja, je mag nu wel van de ras Kuypers spreken, denk ik. Hè?
Tja.
Yeah?
Ze zijn ingedeeld dan.
They bred them in very
closely,
yes,
yes.
very closely.
And selected the pigeons very harshly as well.
Selecteren jullie de duiven hard? Ja, waarschijnlijk wel, hè. En voornamelijk op de vluchten.
Tja, ja, ze moeten meer als jarig.
And they select their birds on the races. They have to fly, and what comes back and what wins early prizes, that stays.
And those that don't obviously go. That's a very harsh regime, and that's why the pigeons have been so good over the years. And incidentally, very good pigeons for crossing. All over Holland, people like the pigeon of Kuypers to put in the family. Because
ja, jullie duiven kruisen ook ontzettend gemakkelijk hè, met andere rassen.
Ja, ja.
Je ziet dat bij Van Leeuwen, bij veel meer eigenlijk ook nog.
Ja, noem ze maar gewoon op.
Noem ze maar allemaal op. There are very many ventures in Holland and in Belgium who succeeded very well with the crossing their own pigeons
with the Kuypers.
Yes.
I'm sure. I've heard a lot about it. And the most recent one and the most famous probably is Wim van Loon, as we just talked about, but that is more recently. But for years this has been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What does Andrew and Peter think are the main attributes for a long distance pigeon?
Wat vinden jullie het belangrijkste kenmerk van een fondduif, van een overnachtduif?
Dat ze goed op Duitsland kan verstaan.
He says the most important thing is that they are early on the price list.
Oh yes.
Yes.
That is the most important thing. It's even more important for the pigeon because if it isn't early on the price list, it doesn't stay so long.
Ja, hij zegt het is nog belangrijker voor de duif eigenlijk, anders gaan ze in de soep op. Hè?
Ja. Dat was ook goed.
Yeah. Just a few basic fundamentals if possible. What type of mixture do they feed for the pigeons when they're racing?
Wat krijgen jullie duiven voor voer als er gevlogen wordt?
Handelsmengelingen, aangevuld met gers.
The normal
commercial mixtures.
Yes. With barley.
With a lot of barley.
Veel gers?
Yes, quite a lot. Yes. Anything added? Peanuts or crops?
Pinders of...
Nee, hebben we nooit gehad. Nooit gehad. Dat is voor apen.
Dat is voor monkeys.
That's for monkeys?
Not for pigeons.
No, so there's no actual additives at all.
Niks bijzonders als...
Nee, dat is water en boer.
Clean water and clean corn.
Yes.
And good management.
Yes, that's all.
A very uncomplicated system of racing pigeons, and I think a lot of people believe that you can bring the best out of pigeons with putting different things in the water, but it's not possible.
Jullie geloven niet in gekleurd water en toestanden?
Ja, tier. En honing.
They only use some natural products.
Tea and honey.
Tea and honey.
That's right. And the pigeon actually does the rest, really. At the long distance it cannot get any help. After it's gone, it's got the work to do.
Ja, lange die hebben voor de rest niks nodig. Ze moeten het op eigen kracht doen. Hè. They have to do it on their own strength.
That's right.
Yes.
You know with the long distance pigeon, they fly widowed, I would presume.
Jullie vliegen wetenschap, maar ook nest. They fly widowed, but also on nest.
They fly nest too.
Yes.
And the good end just from the national from Bergerac, the national from St Vincent,
yes.
With a large entry, about 40,000 pigeons, I think. More than 40,000. Was that a widowed hen or a natural hen?
Die hen van St Vincent, was dat een weduwduif of een nestduif?
Een nest.
Het was een nest.
A nest of it?
Yes.
And in what condition, could we ask?
En hoe zat ze op stand?
Over 10 dagen.
She was sitting on eggs of 10 days old.
10 days sitting?
Yes.
And last year when from Dax, I think second national, the same pigeon?
Yes, same pigeon.
In the same condition?
Was dat op hetzelfde nest?
Ja, was die op Dax steeds op eigen mee geweest. Ze zijn zo op jongen. En dan komt ze niet zo over.
Also on the Dax National she was on eggs of 10 days old. The brothers tried to put her on a youngster, but she didn't fly that well then.
No, that's right. So the best system was with the eggs 10 days sitting.
Yes, for this end though.
And I must congratulate the brothers Kuypers on that particular pigeon. At the moment, I believe she must be the finest hen in the world, I would think.
Ik denk net als iedereen dat toch wel de beste vonderd in de wereld is. En ja, dat sluit me wel bij op.
There's not only me believes that.
No, all the world thinks so.
All the world thinks so. A double cow in it, Andre?
Twee ouders gewonnen.
Ja.
Yes, double cow in
a
it.
double cow in it.
Brothers it's only important for them.
Early positions, I mean very early positions.
I know this pigeon won an 85th prize on the national flight too, but that's not so important for them.
Not so important, no, but
only the
else,
first counts.
Yeah, only the first.
Alleen de eerste
That's
tel.
right.
En de kopie.
Maar anders was ze weer mee.
If she hadn't flown the first prize, she would have been sent to Dax.
Yes.
If, for example, she had won the second prize, she would have gone to Dax next week.
Yes.
Ja.
That's a very hard system.
Yes.
But that is a system that works very, very well.
Dus ze moeten vliegen tot ze eerste nationaal.
Ja, meer kunnen ze niet vliegen.
They have to race till they win the first national on whatever flight, and then they stay home because then they can't win any
They
better.
can't do any better.
No.
No.
So.
Because you were second national last year,
Yes.
raced on and first national this. What actual breeding is that? Is it from the old Barcelona pigeons that we know so much about?
Hoe is de afstamming van die daarin?
Afstand.
Daar zit het Barcelona soort in.
Vaderskant. Vaderskant is een broer van die Pauw. Die was de tweede vloeg van Pauw. Dus en negende internationaal van Barcelona.
The father is brother of the Pauwhen. The Pauwhen won the second national of Pauw and the 9th international of Barcelona.
Yes.
And
kruisje met Materne met het oude Barcelona zo.
And that's a crossing of Materne with the old Barcelona
Lions,
yes.
The three Barcelona brothers.
Yes.
Which are becoming very famous in England belatedly. They've been famous in Holland a long time. The brothers, they were first national, the Barcelona pigeons first, second and third national, I think?
Yes, first, second and third.
In 1976 or 77?
76,
yes. Are the pigeons still alive?
Leven ze nog?
Oh,
yes.
They're still alive, yes.
I thought they were, you know. How old are they now? They must be...
Hoe oud zijn ze?
72, 73.
72 and 73.
Still so strong?
Bevruchten ze nog? No, they don't give good eggs anymore.
No.
But they are still alive.
When did they last breed?
Wanneer zijn de laatste jongen gekomen? In 83.
In 83. Now can I say something? It's something I would like to say to Kuypers, Pete and Andre. In a lot of lofts, those pigeons would have still been breeding youngsters now. And it is a testament to their honesty and integrity that the pigeons are infertile.
Hij zegt ja, op de meeste hokken, als ze zulke duiven zouden hebben, die zouden nog wel bevruchten. Hij zegt maar, het spreekt voor jullie en het spreekt voor jullie eerlijkheid dat het dus hier al vanaf 83 niet meer gebeurt. But these people are known to be very honest.
You understand that? That's
yes.
you know, and in the pigeon sport, that is not it's not always the case.
Nee.
This cock is the famous Barcelona 2. He is bred directly from Kuypers brothers' golden pair, the cock of which was a pure Van Wanrooy. The hen was from the local fancier in Kuypers' neighborhood called Wedges. This golden pair of Kuypers are in the main responsible for their great success over the last 2 decades. Barcelona 2 won 5 prizes in the Barcelona National, 2nd, 21st, 44th and 95th Open at a distance of 740 miles. Another wonderful champion bred from the golden pair, Barcelona 1 won 3rd Open 1975 and 1st Open 1976 in the Dutch Barcelona National 740 miles. He also proved to be a terrific producer in his later years. A champion breeding first-generation champion offspring is rare indeed. Full brother to the 2 previous pigeons, again directly out of the golden pair. As you can see, Barcelona 3 won 3rd Open 1976, 54th Open 1978, 13th Open 1979 in the Barcelona National 740 miles. These 3 brothers are the greatest Barcelona pigeons ever raced in the long history of the Dutch Barcelona National. It gave me much personal pleasure when I handled these 3 champions in July 1989, an experience that was so moving that it will remain with me for the rest of my life. Another great long-distance endurance pigeon, this cock is a son of Barcelona 3. This Barcelona hen is another champion bred directly from champion Barcelona 3. Her dam won 17th National, 46th International Barcelona. From long-distance champions come long-distance champions.
I would like to ask one question on the old pigeons. Do they ever train the birds, you know? With the car, you know?
Lappen jullie oude durven op? Met een auto?
With the old birds?
Dikwijls of?
Not wie het komt.
When they have time and
If it's necessary.
if it's necessary, then they train by car.
Yes. What they angle the pigeons, and if they're a bit overweight, they think they could
Misschien
do.
dat ze een beetje te vet zijn of toch gewoon uit gewoonte.
Dat zei ik niet zo op de vluchtige meer.
Yes, they don't race them on the races, not that much.
No.
On the short distance races, so they train them by themselves.
That's right, to make sure they're fully fit.
So that they can race some miles.
That's right. Do they race youngsters? Peter, do you race youngsters because you want to race them or just for education? Or?
Vliegen jullie jonge duiven of is het niet zo belangrijk?
Tja. Als ze een paar keer meegereden geweest, is genoeg.
If they only fly a few times, then that's enough for later on.
Just 1 or 2 races?
Yes.
And then
They don't clock them.
Oh no.
But Pete told me before this, the young birds have been racing now 2 times.
Yes.
And they would have won 2 times the first prize.
They would have won them both if they'd put them in the clock.
But it's not important.
You know, they're not interested in young bird racing.
No.
And as yearlings, how far do they go out, Andre?
Hoe ver gaan ze als jaren?
Eenmaal overaf niet.
2 maal over?
Eenmaal. Dat is wel zo'n berg.
When they are 1 year old, they have to overnight 1 time, Dutch or Bergerac.
600 miles?
Yes, 600 miles, yes.
As yearlings?
As yearlings, yes.
It's a long way, isn't it? Yeah.
Is dat niet wat ver? Of,
Als je dat niet kan, kan het over 2 jaar ook niet. Die 7 zaandeugd die vliegen was jarig ook. Dat was de eerste deugd ook.
The St. Vincent hen flew as yearling ducks, national and part of first pigeon on the lot, yes.
And does that entail the pigeon being out overnight? Overnight flight, is it? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So it's a very and how many hours flying for a yearling would that be? You know, on the day of liberation, when would they be liberated? What time?
They will be liberated at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So they fly well, maybe 9 or 10 at night, and then get down and then have a.
Yeah, they can fly till 11 o'clock in the evening.
Yes.
Let's get dogs.
And then the next morning they early rise and come home.
Yes.
It is good education, but it's very hard regime again. How many? When they put the yearlings out, let's say they send 10 or 15, let's say they send 10 yearlings, how many would return from that sort of distance?
Van zo'n vlucht, zo'n overnachtvlucht, als je 10 jaarlingen opzet, hoeveel komen er dan van terug in de regel?
Een dag op Bergerac?
Ja.
Als ze niet allemaal terugkomen, dan zijn het heel goeie.
If they don't return all those who stay away, they are not good.
No.
Ben je er niet veel van af dan?
Normally they all come back.
Normally you get them all because you've selected the right pigeons.
Ja, dat
Yes?
komt door de selectie natuurlijk. Ja.
It's very important. And now, how old are they before they finish racing normally?
Tot welke leeftijd moeten ze vliegen? Normaal gesproken.
6, 7,
Ja, we nu hebben we rond 83, 82 zo.
The oldest pigeons that race now are born in 82.
82, so 7 years of age. Yes. And that is normal practice with long distance families.
Ja, dat is gebruikelijk hier. Yes, that's normal here.
Can they remember how many times they've actually won the national?
Hoeveel eerste nationals hebben jullie gevlogen?
2.
Two.
Twice.
Yes, twice.
Many seconds, thirds and fourths.
Maar heel veel tweede en derde.
Yes.
7 times second.
7 times second.
And that is
5.
Ja, dat is toch de vijfde.
and 5 times third.
Never in all.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
It's unbelievable.
it is absolutely unbelievable that type of race. In fact, they've been unlucky only to win it twice. It's been
Ja, ik heb pech gehad dat ik maar 2 keer gewonnen heb. En dat is ook waar, hè. There's a little bit more luck, they could have had won 10 times.
yes, surely. Is the area you live in?
Ja, dat is het.
En was dit jaar misschien meer gelukt?
Ja.
It says that.
If they didn't have luck at all,
They wouldn't have won it at all.
they wouldn't have won this year.
No, you need the luck.
You need a little bit of luck, yes.
In Limburg, they live in Limburg. Is Limburg a good area to clock for the national races? Because I would have thought it's a bit too far into the east.
Is Limburg een goede plaats om bovenaf te gaan spelen? Om goed te presteren?
Als je een goede leugen hebt, dan net zo wel goed.
Yeah, if you have the good pigeons, you can race everywhere.
Everywhere,
Get
anywhere
good
you want.
results everywhere you want, yes.
Yes. It's been a pleasure, Michael. Would you think?
Bedankt
Piet en André voor
de openhartige antwoorden. Yes.
Thank you very much indeed.
Ja,
Thank you.